Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater. And here's something weird. All right. So we know that there's a big shakeup going on over at Marvel with Kevin Feige becoming the chief content officer and therefore taking over not only Marvel Studios, Marvel Television, and a whole bunch of other stuff. This dude's in charge of practically everything entertainment that Marvel does. And there's been a lot of kind of upset in regards to the TV side of things, right? What Jeff Loeb had spent years building by doing the Netflix series, by doing The Runaways and Cloak and Dagger, and both of those shows have ended or are ending. I think Cloak and Dagger was already canceled. The Runaways is getting a third and final season. But one of the interesting things that they did announce before this big thing from Feige was that Hulu was going to be the home of what they called the Offenders, and they were going to be bringing this up here. And this was going to be MODOK, Howard the Duck. I think it was like Hit Ape or something, some monkey show, and then you've got Tigra and someone else there. It's they're doing a weird thing. Tigra and Dazzler is what it is, and that now actually surprisingly is it's been canceled. Well, not canceled, I should say. Sorry, I don't want to say it. It's the showrunner for Tigra and Dazzler, as well as all of the writing staff have been fired. Now, the article here from Deadline says that they exit. But I mean, we all can look at this and go, no. They got shit canned. Now it says here that Marvel's animated series, Tigra and Dazzler, is searching for a new showrunner and writers following a shakeup on the series. Sources close to the production confirmed to Deadline that Hulu has parted ways with the showrunner, Erica Rivinoja, due to creative differences, but the show is still moving forward at the streamer. Now, what about it would be creative differences on an animated show that's going to be part of a 4-part team up, very similar to the Defenders? So this is what it says, and this is what's been going around on all the articles here. Really weird. In Marvel's Tigra and Dazzler show, woke superheroes, right? Woke superheroes and best friends, Tigra and Dazzler, fight for recognition among powered people who make up the 8 million stories in Los Angeles. Chelsea Handler remains as an executive producer along with Jeff Loeb, and Chelsea's also voicing one of the characters, right? So, I mean, look, I get what they want to do here, but woke superheroes, I mean, like, look, I will normally defend something that is labeled as being woke when it clearly isn't, that it's just a deflection for nonsense. But when you actually have this in your description of Tigra and Dazzler, or Tigra and Dazzler, whatever you want to call it, are woke superheroes, and they're fighting for recognition amongst powered people in LA, I don't care. It's whatever, man. It just sounds kind of dumb. And I can understand, based upon that pitch, that eventually they'd get to a point of where Marvel probably went like, no. And if you want my honest opinion as to why, this kind of thing, these people were fired. This feels like a Feige call. But of course, his name is nowhere near this. Now, it says here that Tigra and Dazzler is one of 4 animated original series at Hulu, along with Howard the Duck, Hitmonkey, sorry, it was called Hitmonkey, and MODOK. Saying here that the Hulu shows are geared towards the more comedic end of the Marvel Universe, and an ironic tone will be the watch world for the quartet of off-kilter franchises. Tigra and Dazzler have plenty of history as serious heroes in the pages of Marvel Comics. Both were introduced back in the 70s, and each was an overture by Marvel to catch the attention of young female readers. And here's the thing with that, guys. No one has ever really given a crap about Dazzler, right? I mean, like, Dazzler popped up as a record Easter egg in Apocalypse. And then I think it was Halston Sage from the Orville played her briefly in a scene in Dark Phoenix. And that was really about it. Like, that's all Dazzler's been. Like, no one just really cares. And Tigra, honestly, I thought came from freaking like Thundercats. I really did. I was like, what the hell? Does Marvel own the rights to Thundercats? Like, that shows you how much I really know about this and care. But when you have a 4-part series, four shows that are going to be doing their own little thing, and then they're going to be coming together in what's called the Offenders, right? Obviously making fun of the Defenders, which is on Netflix. You know this stuff is going to be geared towards an adult audience, right? I mean, even Kevin Smith is producing Howard the Duck, and if I recall, they're going to be aiming for more of an adult audience because it's more of an adult-themed book. So that's kind of the problem here, isn't it? That's kind of the issue here, is like, what exactly about the 2 woke superheroes is it that clashed with the overall vision of not only the Offenders, but Marvel as a whole. And I've been kind of thinking about that too. Ever since it was announced that Feige was going to be taking over, I thought to myself, yeah, no, they're going to probably, like, the offenders are probably done. Like, that whole thing is probably done because it doesn't fit in line with what Feige wants to do. This is a Jeff Loeb thing. And clearly Jeff Loeb is not going to last much longer in his role. I think he's actually set to exit. We found that out not too long ago. So at this point, if the showrunner's gone, if the entire writing staff is gone, and they're starting from scratch, I honestly think that this is a situation where they feared get woke, go broke, which again is not a phrase I like to give any credence to, but it does feel like that particular pitch, considering that's what we know about it. And people clearly don't want to pay for that kind of content or engage in that kind of content necessarily. They might want to go back to the drawing board and do something that's not going to be seen as that kind of political message. Because even though Kevin Feige probably is a political guy in his own right, he understands that when it comes to selling a product, keeping it as apolitical as humanly possible is definitely going to be the right call and the right thing to do. And so that's just kind of where I see things are at with this right now. The story is still developing. I'm sure we'll know more as time goes on. And of course, I'll definitely talk about it when we find out more. But I want to hear your thoughts about this. I want to hear your opinions. Do you think that this is a big deal and not a big deal? What do you think it spells for Jeff Loeb at Marvel, his legacy at Marvel? And do you think that they're just going to get rid of all the other animated shows? And this is just the first step. I do want to hear your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments below. Please smash that like button, chop it to hell and back. Not the dislike button. Screw that. You don't ever want to touch that. It's cancerous. It's poison. But the like button is like Viagra for your finger. It's great. It really just helps you prop it up and go ba-bing, right? Or like a doorknob or like a door jam. I don't know. And if you want to help support the channel, which I would hope you want to, consider becoming a patron. Link below in the video description. There's a little ad running afterward. It does keep everything going, and it can help me really build up towards getting Hollywood After Dark to be a daily show running a little bit earlier than 11 p.m. Anyway, guys, your thoughts, your opinions. Have yourself a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and peace out. This video is supported by patrons like you. If you'd like to become a patron, please head over to patreon.com/Matt Jarbo.